you're self-employed and your income has been impacted by the coronavirus situation, there are various ways of maximising your income, either through government initiatives and through state benefits. If your income has dropped due to the coronavirus and you are self-employed, you may be able to get help through the government scheme of the Self-Employment Income Support Scheme. This could provide 80% of your average profit up to a maximum of £2,500 a month, and this will be available until the end of June 2020. To be eligible for the government's Self-Employment Income Support Scheme, there are various criteria, which are: you need to be either self-employed or a member of a partnership. Your annual profit can't be more than £50,000 a year and must make up at least half of your total income. The government, HMRC, will look at your last 3 years' worth of self-assessments to help establish whether you are eligible. Other criteria: you need to show that your profit has dropped due to the virus. You will also need to have submitted your 2018-2019 tax return, although if you haven't managed to do that, they have extended the time in which you can do that till 23rd of April. You will also need to show that you have had some self-employment income the year ending April 2020. If you are eligible for the government's Self-Employment Income Support Scheme, HMRC will be in contact with you, writing to you by mid-May. You can expect to claim a grant of 80% of your trading profit up to £2,500 a month, and this is available for 3 months, will be paid as a lump sum. The grant itself you do not have to repay, but it is subject to tax and national insurance. Also, you can continue to work and earn income whilst receiving this grant. The grant itself may not be available until June, so in the meantime you can claim for universal credit, but be aware that whatever grant you receive from the government's Self-Employment Income Support Scheme may impact the amount you receive of universal credit. We know that our industry has its fair share of self-employed freelancers who are being particularly impacted by the situation that the virus is creating around loss of income. If you are self-employed, whether you are eligible or not for the government's Self-Employed Income Support Scheme, what you can do is apply for universal credit. Even if you are eligible for the Self-Employment Income Support Scheme, the grants are not going to be available until June. And if you're struggling financially in the meantime, you can apply for universal credit. Equally, if you haven't been self-employed for long enough, we appreciate that you don't fall within that Self-Employment Income Support Scheme. So again, you can be applying for universal credit. However, if what you have done is put aside an amount for tax to pay for this year, Universal Credit have now confirmed that this money will be disregarded and not counted as savings when they assess your eligibility for universal credit. So that it's very important that you let them know when you fill in the form online and then when you speak to them, that if you have put aside tax, that this is not savings, that it is money to be paid to HMRC when it's liable. If you are self-employed but not eligible for the government's Self-Employed Income Support Scheme because you don't fall within their criteria, then you may be eligible to apply for state benefits such as universal credit. As a sole trader, you may also now be eligible for a new scheme that was announced on the 27th of April and will be open for application from Monday the 4th of May, which is a small business loan scheme. It's worth up to £50,000 or 25% of your turnover, and more information is available on the gov.uk website. It is interest-free for the first 12 months. You may also want to have a look at the government's existing scheme, the Business Interruption Loan Scheme. This was for bigger businesses really, but you may be eligible. And information about those is on the government business support pages. This loan is provided by the major banks, whereas the small business loan is 100% supported and paid for by the taxpayer.